Hello there folks, it is SeKo Starcraft bringing you a game between RotterdaM, Team Root, against MightyKiwi. No idea who he is. Picked up one of these replays off of the Root Gaming website. Don't know how recent it was, but I figured I saw one with RotterdaM, I was going to check it out. Every now and then if you get to see him on stream, the guy plays fantastic. Despite the fact that he's probably one of my favorite casters as well. It's not too often you get a great balance of just an amazing player who can also cast. They're usually great players and then their casting is a little bit behind. Well, they're really great at casting and they're like me. They kind of play in the dumps. So that's how it goes. RotterdaM has some really cool, fun strategies as well. Obviously, very much about the craft of the game and how do you build the right kind of things at the right time. It's up against a Zerg player and its habitation station, the map for craziness. So we'll see what these guys kind of bring out here. I am likely predicting that RotterdaM is going to be going for a Stargate opening. My mind says he's going to go for that. Either an Oracle or straight into Phoenixes. I do really like the Phoenix plays as a Protoss player. Just allows you to control so much stuff, deflect attacks earlier on, and they almost guarantee damage, even more so than an Oracle will. You'll just be able to pick up and hit down, all the gas drones once in a while, maybe snipe a queen. One of those things that I've got to polish up on my own Protoss builds is being able to mix in Phoenixes, even if it's against a Protoss and even sometimes against Terran. Zerg player will be going hatch first. Without really knowing what he's going up against, people might say that's a little bit risky, particularly in habitation. I've seen some really cool builds, even starting with cannoning on the low ground and then up into the high ground and over. Good space over here, obviously, for gateways to proxy at the same time. That is not the case, though. We do have gas coming down here before the cybernetics core is started. Not too much, which will likely let me think that it is going to be going into some sort of Stargate play. Either that or a cybernetics core expand, which is also fun. Him scouting that it is a hatch first may encourage him to do such a thing. We do have gas taken before a pool. Sometimes it's nice just to make sure you have that speed out to deal with any early pressure, and if it is just a cyber expand, sometimes punish the Nexus from going down without having out the units to defend it. Mothership core does pretty good, but there is no wall off at the top here. So that means that Zerglings with the Mothership core casting a photon overcharge down here will be able to get up into the main. Stalker is on the way here. You're going to head down to the front, try and do a bit of protection as well. Hatch is done. We should see our queens on the way, and it'll be just a few seconds. We should see speed going down as well for our Zerg player. Protoss chrono boosting out his stalkers here. Might want to go for a bit of pressure, but the speed is on the way. So the consequence of going for the stalker pressure is it's almost untouchable till speed is up. But once speed is out, those stalkers are dead in the water. We still don't see a Nexus, but we see about 400 minerals, so it should be popping down here in just a moment. Timed up well for that probe to head home. This Stalker should clean up those Zerglings there. Couple more popping out. We can see 4 more in production. He's going to try to hide a few here and maybe get a surround. So again, this can be risky. If you push out like this with a Mothership core, you always have the opportunity to be able to, warp home. Speed just a little bit over halfway done. Another queen is on the way. He's going to get into the shield damage here. Past the shield damage, I mean. These Zerglings looks like they're just going on a bit of a patrol path to look for any type of proxies. Stalkers are heading home now, or at least to the... No, they're going to head all the way home, which is smart. He is walling off at the front. Stalkers should help with that. And we do see that Stargate going down here as well. 2 Stalkers should be able to deny any types of scouts. Overlords are in position to be able to run in here, but he'll get plenty of notice when they start to make a break for it. Third hatch started here, so we're not going to get tons of pressure. Just a handful of lings out right now. They could be drones, so maybe he's putting too much into lings, but I kind of like playing on the safe side a bit myself. If he does have the money, it is fun to get the Overlord speed in place. That way you guarantee yourself a scout. When you're playing against Protoss players, you really want to play safe before anything else comes out. Units wise, we actually see that the Protoss is in elites. The consequence of making all these Zerglings, yes, is going to keep you a bit safer. You can see them all running all over the map. The problem is that, yeah, it costs you that early game drone advantage. We do have the Oracle on the way. 2 Oracles queued up. Overlord is about to make its run. Let's see if the Stalkers come off the line to deal with it. One looks like it's going to head back here. Stalker is going to intercept. Oracle's out. Looks like he's going to wait for two. Two Oracles can snipe down. Yeah, Queen pretty darn fast here. I think he's going to scout this though. I'm going to keep the vision on the Zerg player and see if he gets that it's Oracles coming out or if he just sees the Stargate. He's not watching his Overlord. So, on his vision, he did see the Stargate finished. But I don't know if he actually caught that it was Oracles coming out or not. He is going to go right after the Queen. That's on purpose there. He should be able to get this Queen down without a problem. He might get the second one here with the second Oracle. Got to be careful about this first one, as it's very low on hit points. He's going to lose that one Oracle, unfortunately. He will get a Queen for his trouble. How many workers did he get? He got 2. Doesn't want to lose the second Oracle, though. These Oracles are so valuable even later into the game, just to be able to cast a reveal on anything else. 6 more gateways going to go down. Nothing else coming out of the starport, so was killing 2 queens and a couple of drones good enough? It could be argued. He did get his opponent to go into the Hydra Den. I don't believe there's any upgrades. He does have the Evo chambers down, but he hasn't started any upgrades here. Gets caught out on the map. Zealots obviously do a really good job. +1 is a little ways off. Wants to protect that probe. Don't know if this was a third base kind of intention coming out here. With all those gateways going down, I've got to assume he wants to put on pressure. But the Zerg player sees all this. Chrono boost on all the gateways. It looks as though this is going to be for some pressure here. He's going to throw down a pylon. This third base really hasn't even paid for itself yet, but at least his creep spread is doing pretty good. Only 1 roach on the way. Has he built any other ones? He has not. He's only got 6 lings out on the ground right now. He must not have any larva or supply opportunity. He's going to have to make a huge round of roaches. Quite a bit behind. +1 is going to finish up here momentarily. So he's going to have a pretty good lead over any of these Zerglings who are going to just get mopped up by the +1 Zealots. Let's see if he's chrono boosting out his Forge. I would like to see him do that just to make sure that upgrade's finished before he commits. Though, every second he's warping in more, he's costing himself a little bit of opportunity here. His opponent is rallying more units out. +1 is now finished. There we go. So he does have some sentries here. I think he might be able to take a fight. Get down a Guardian Shield. He is fighting on creep, so it's a bit of a risk, but he doesn't have a third base going down behind this right now. Got to assume he's just going to want to push in here and go for the win. He's down a fair bit in supply. Should be able to force field off this ramp if he chooses to. Not really that good at force fields there, I've got to say. The Oracle is going to get knocked down by a Spore Crawler, randomly enough. And I think the Zerg player managed to get enough time here. This is just not enough units. Stalkers in the back are not fighting, and RotterdaM does go down there. And it wasn't a bad play. He just missed his opportunity. He waited for that +1, which was smart. He got a few more units out. But the 3 hatch production just got out so many roaches and hydras. If he had attacked a little bit sooner, perhaps he would have been able to take that game. Or at least hit better force fields. Fall back. He could probably got a couple force fields across here and took a better fight. Live by the force field and die by the force field. SeKo Starcraft, thanks everybody for watching. We'll talk to you later.